I've had 30 days of no caffeine for the first time in 15 years. So it's 15 years I've been consuming caffeine, anywhere from 100 milligrams all the way up to 1,000 milligrams some days. I'm not gonna lie, I've most definitely been a caffeine junkie for a long time. It makes sense. Recently diagnosed with ADHD, we've got a tendency to be all or nothing when it comes to things that heighten our senses and our productivity and our mindset. It's just a different archetype mentally that you have to consider when using substances. Caffeine, nicotine, hydration, salt, minerals, illegal substances, PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, alcohol, all these sort of things. I spent a month in Thailand with my wife, and instantly in that environment, I felt like I had more energy, more life, more mental clarity. And naturally, I just stopped taking caffeine during this time. And I noticed that a lot of calmness, clarity, focus, presence returned. And it was something I haven't experienced in a very long time. And for someone that uses caffeine frequently, nicotine in the form of pouches, I've smoked before. I did go through a period where I smoked cigarettes. I still smoke cigars. I enjoy a cigar, most definitely. But there's a time and a place for all these things. And there's also a time and a place to pull back and not use these things and be able to function without them. Most people you'll see, I'm in Wollongong today consulting down here, and I went for a walk to get my coconut water, and every single person's walking the street anywhere from 7:30 to 9:30 carrying a coffee. Maybe not realizing that yes, coffee in itself has a lot of nutrients that are beneficial and compounds within it that could be healthy, but when chronically used, when become habitual, when it becomes a part of your routine, your day, you lose sight of why you're using it. Does it serve its purpose? Is it just a habit, an expensive habit at that? Caffeine in itself, unless you're getting it in pill form, which I did start doing, $3 to $5, $6 a serve for a coffee, a pre-workout, an energy drink, anything like this, 1 or 2 a day. Financially, that stacks up as well. That's neither here nor there. That's just another area to consider. But over a month now, and for someone that felt like I was reliant on it, I felt like I needed that coffee, that caffeine before I trained, before I worked. Within the first 2 or 3 hours of waking up, I felt like I needed it. And since breaking that pattern, interestingly enough, my energy levels feel exactly the same. But with the added benefit of this focus, this clarity, I can't even explain it. A reduced sense of anxiety and pressure and this constant go, go, go mentality that we all believe is the way forward, but it's not until you actually take a step back and you realize that you can still move forward more productively, more efficiently, more effectively when you're clearer, you're more focused and not as scattered. Caffeine's an interesting one. It's socially acceptable, but we don't realize it's still also a drug. But 30 days off it has made me realize it's definitely something, if you're used to chronically using it every single day, to consider taking some time off. To me, I was in an environment that was conducive of great energy anyway. I had access to quality food, nutrient-dense food, healthy fruits in abundance. I was consuming lots of fruits, lots of coconut water, lots of rice, lots of stir fries. I was training every day. I was in the sun every single day. I've got pretty decent tan to what I usually have. I was doing all the things that we know are conducive to energy. I was waking up early, getting the first sun, going for a walk. I was hydrating all day with coconut water, fruits, electrolytes, salts. Recovering effectively, efficiently with quality meat, quality white rice, just the basic single food ingredients. And people always say you go through this period where you're having withdrawals from caffeine. People get headaches and they're lethargic and cramping, and because it's a drug. You're having withdrawals like any other drug. You're coming off. Same with all the harsher things that lead to harsher come downs and withdrawals. Caffeine's exactly the same. So unintentionally, I utilize probably the perfect environment to do so, not when I'm still trying to work in a clinical setting or back-to-back phone consultations all day, trying to focus. Something to consider that I'm back in Australia. I've gone from 35 degrees to 16 degrees, a bit of a shock. If you're a chronic caffeine user, food for thought. Have a good one.